was gonna tidy up my desk, but there's no point. So, I regret not making a video about this sooner because what is going on right now is horrible. And now it's getting to the point, well, for context, if you somehow have not heard about this, Donald Trump led an effort, whatever, he basically defunded public media here in the US, PBS and NPR. And of course, PBS means a lot to me because like my entire channel is built off of talking about PBS, so, you know. And now Congress has voted to defund public media completely, specifically the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which provides the funding for like a lot of what PBS stations use. But it is with great displeasure and great pain that I have to announce that in September of 2025, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting will begin shutting down. Yep. I was hoping that it wouldn't get to this point. I was hoping that people would step in and stop it. I should have made a video giving exposure to it. I was gonna make a whole video. Here's what you can do to help your local PBS station. But no, I didn't have the time to. I thought it wasn't nearly as important as other things I was doing at the time, and now we're all just fucked. They're just fucked. It's a war at this point. The war is not over, but it's getting harder and harder each day, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting is basically the government funding that PBS gets. Now, there are a number of stations whose viewer funding is substantial enough to outweigh the government funding, especially in some areas like the stations that broadcast in Canada: WNED, WXXI, WCFE, WPBS, WTVS. Some stations get a lot of Canadian viewership, so, but there are several who are not, and there's one specific station that is very much in danger right now: Oklahoma Educational Television Authority, OETA. The state government actually tried to lead a movement to defund it at a state level back a few years ago, and it wasn't successful, but now they're probably going to try it again. So what you can do in these times, so if you want to help your local public television and radio stations stay afloat in this time where we have a fucking dictator in the White House, you can just donate. Tell other people to donate, and you just watch PBS. I know television isn't necessarily a popular format these days, but I'm pretty sure there's some PBS radio stations that broadcast online, like they have streams online available, and I think some of them have television streams like that too. But yeah. And I know that almost all of my audience are just dumbass children who don't have money of their own to donate. But I don't know. There's nothing else that I really can do. I don't have a steady enough income stream to really donate to PBS. I only get, from YouTube, it's only $100 every few months. So I don't have the kind of money to donate, but if I had the money, I would be putting everything into my local PBS station. Something else that's also important to note is that the US is not even the only place that public media is being defunded. There's been movements to defund it in Canada. There's been, I'm pretty sure, Argentina did it a few years back. And there's other movements all across the world where governments are trying to defund public media. And I thought PBS would be safe from that. I thought people thought PBS was important enough to save, but you know, this whole world is going to fucking shit, so I don't really know. I need to stop hoping for empathy and human decency to prevail, because there's just, I don't know. This is I got this back in around 2020 or so. It's this WXXI model mobile unit thing, and it's really cool. I think this is from 1984, somewhere around the early 80s. WXXI is, of course, my local PBS station. It even has the old area code on it. I hope they don't go off air in a few years. I think that's just really when everything is gonna... Holy shit. I just realized. If you haven't heard of it, there's a website called the American Archive for Public Broadcasting that archives PBS content from all across the years. Primarily from the NET years, but there's also a lot of 70s and 80s content that's being added. There's a very real chance that that could now be erased. The Corporation for Public Broadcasting, I'm not sure if they directly fund that website. It's primarily run by WGBH. Sorry, GBH and the Library of Congress. The Library of Congress, if that gets defunded, I don't know what the fuck to do, but I'm pretty sure GBH might be able to stay afloat. They've always been one of the bigger stations, and I'm sure the viewer funding is substantial enough. But I don't really know what else to say. Support your local PBS station and NPR station. I haven't mentioned them enough, but NPR is also very much in danger.